Hello and happy Friday, everyone. It's Friday, July 25th, 2025. It is our weekly Friday Live. And of course, we're doing Christmas in July all month long. This is our last Christmas in July offering. Definitely not our last handmade holiday video by any stretch of the imagination. It is so good to see so many of you here today. Can you believe it's like, what, 5 months until Christmas? So if you have any handmade gifts you're giving this year, it's time to start, I think is the thing. Hi, Susie. I'll tell Odin and Frank hello. They're napping. Hi, Cheryl. Sophie from Belgium. Welcome. Hi, Laura. Hi, Carol. Teresa's here. Catherine and Monica. Coy. Hi, Donna and Jennifer and Amy. And Kelly. It's so good. Kelly from the UK. Yay! So I'm super excited today. When I was contemplating what I wanted to make, there are still so many good things, Christmas new products coming as well. I know last week we did kind of a throwback to some previously released things. We are going to be using a little bit newer product today, but we're only going to be using one single die set. And I decided what we're making, yes, can be gift tags, and I definitely would tie it to a gift, but it's kind of more ornament themed, and it's all from paper, and I absolutely love it. Not only that, it does not take days and days to make. So if you need like a little something to tie to a teacher gift or a coworker gift, or maybe you do a secret Santa or something and you just want a little something to add a special touch, I hope you guys will like this. It was also a requested product that I used sometime, so I really had a blast making this. Karen says, stop at only 5 months. I know. And every week I think I've got these things I need to start. And I'm like, I have plenty of time. But I literally looked at the date today. I mean, I knew it was the 25th, but this month has flown by. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Let's see. Heidi says, first time to a live from Michigan. Welcome. That is so exciting. Valerie said, just ordered the Lawn Fawn mouse. Oh, I'm so glad. You guys are going to love that one. It's so fun to use. Karen got it too. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Jennifer says, hi, everybody. Let's see. Hi, Wendy from Ireland. It's so good to see so many of you here. That is awesome. Okay, so, oh my gosh, Susie finished her Christmas cards last week. Susie is winning. That is not even on my radar yet. Speaking of Christmas cards, I do want to let you guys know that today Pink and Main announced they're doing their first ever virtual retreat in October, the weekend of the 25th, 26th. It's a 2-day virtual retreat. You get a class kit with your purchase. There's early bird pricing right now. I did put a link down below in the description, so check it out if you're interested. I am teaching at it. I'm so super excited. If you ever taking a virtual retreat that Libby from Pink and Main, previously Hero Arts, has been in charge of. Libby just is so good at it, and so I was thrilled when she asked me to participate. There are a lot of great teachers, and even Michelle, the owner of Pink and Main, will be teaching a class. Lori Craig's going to be teaching a class. Mindy Egan's teaching a class. And several other teachers. You guys, so many things. So really excited about that. I will tell you guys, I'm also teaching 2 other weekends in October, all holiday themed. You guys know how much I love crafting holiday. So excited for those announcements. They know they haven't gone out yet. That's why I can't exactly tell you who or what or when. Other than I said October, I guess. But I will let you know as soon as that comes around. But virtual retreats are lots of fun. You can do it from the comfort of your own home, which is always lovely. Oh my gosh, so many got the mouse. That's so fun. Hello, Judy. Laura says the mouse now lives in her house. I love that. Jennifer, yes, I did see that. I was featured on the Fat Quarter Shop or YouTube channel, not FlossTube. They're quilting this morning. I only briefly caught the beginning, and I saw Kimberly mention me, which was super nice. They did, in full disclosure, they did send me the paper and ask me if I would sew along with them for the project bag or using the foundation paper. So I made a project bag and the pin cushion. But it was up to me what I wanted to make. I could just make blocks if I wanted to, but it was super sweet of them to feature me. Yes, I did see that, but I have to catch the rest of it later because I have so many things going on today. My mind is a little frazzled. So I'm excited to spend time with you guys and just create and relax. Laura says that'll be a nice quiet October, not after a hectic September. Laura, this is true, but here's the great thing about it. All the work for these things has to be done now, like now and in August. In fact, one of them that hasn't been announced, I'm almost finished with my projects for that. So the prep work like that is done. I will just need to be ready to teach the class that weekend. I would imagine the Pink and Main, I don't have the products quite yet. They're coming really soon, even though I've seen them. So I will have that one done pretty quickly. And the other one that I can't mention either, that one it'll be an assignment. All of them I get assigned, but it'll be fine. It'll be good. I don't want to say too much because I'm almost keep saying who it's with. Donna says a merry retreat for spellbinders is coming. Oh, fun. Let's see. How do you have time to do everything? Laura says. My kids are grown and I work a lot. I try to keep my paper crafting to the daytime. I try not to let it spill into evenings or weekends too often, unless, there's something else. Obviously, for virtual retreat, I'm teaching on the weekend, whatever. But as far as the work portion, the teaching part is super fun. I don't really consider that work per se, even though I suppose it is. So I just try to keep it to that. And then anything else I do, I try to do evenings or weekends. Tanya loves stamp timber, but then you blink and poof, it's Christmas. I know. Okay, so I did make what we're going to make already. So we're going to make it completely again here on camera, mostly because I wanted to make sure it would work out because it's not just a flat something. So shall we see what it is today? We're going to be using the Barn Star from Spellbinders. It is this die set right here from their Country Christmas collection. You have the option of using either this decorative shape with the star, plus the star is just an outline as well, so you could do a solid piece behind for the cutouts. So we're going to be using this decorative point for the star, but there's also this one. I just found this design. I actually tried both. This one worked a little bit better for what we're doing today. And then it has like the orange slice, pine cones, greenery, the bow, which I didn't use. And we are going to be creating this adorable little dimensional star. It's it really, oops, I got grit paste. It will match my Christmas decor perfectly, and I think it would look beautiful tied to packages as well as hanging on a tree. Let's see. You've been forewarned, eye candy galore, one word tilde. Jennifer, do you know that I set an alert on my phone for September 1st? Because I already know which projects from Tilde I want to sew, and I want to make sure I get fabric for. So I love this. I originally wasn't going to do the orange slice, and I tucked it in kind of last minute, and I'm so glad I did. We've got pine cones, our greenery. All the pieces are pretty teeny tiny. It actually goes together. Don't let it intimidate you. It goes together really quick. And I used the brushed gold, but imagine doing this maybe in silvers or any other color. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to have to turn on my ceiling fan. It's hot in here. Like I said, we're using one single die set. If you wanted to add an extra little tag to this, could you? Absolutely. I decided to keep mine really simple, no text. We're going to use some May Arts jute twine because I felt like that matched the vibe of mine. This little wood bead, I did put a link to Amazon down below. There are these, I can't remember what size, and I threw the package away, but the Amazon link is exactly to these. I thought that added a really fun decorative touch up here at the top to kind of give it more of an ornament feel, but also match the theme. And then we are going to use a bow tool. If you haven't seen me use this bow tool, I will show you how to make that bow with the jute. It gives you a perfect bow every time. Do you have to use it? No. But I absolutely love this bow tool, and that's what I use all of the time. Donna says, I love that you do so many different crafts and share techniques with us. Donna, thank you. That means so much to me. Jen says the orange is a great touch. Tanya likes it too. The set on the magnet looks intimidating, but the project looks really achievable. Exactly. Laura, I find that a lot of times when I do get the dies often from spellbinders. If they ask if I want to use things, and they will come in a bag because we get prototypes. And when I take them out of the bag sometimes, I'm like, oh my word, I really have to like put it on the magnet sheet and look at it so that I can get a better idea of how it works together. But that is the great thing about video, is hopefully I can break it down for you and make it something that is super achievable. Hello, finally gets to catch a live. Good to see you. Let me turn my fan on. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to move my magnets out of the way here. We'll try to keep this on screen just a little bit. We are going to fold up our star. I'm going to zoom in. So if you look at your star, see how it has all these great score lines in it? Actually, first what we're going to do is we want to remove all the little pieces that didn't come out. You want to take your spellbinders tool-in-one or a piercing tool or something sharp, and you just want to poke all those out. Kimberly says, perfect for a rustic vibe. That was my hope. Let's do this one. What is everybody working on, or what are your weekend plans? Tell me all of the things. Okay, it makes a giant mess. I'm going to sweep mine on the floor because I already have my vacuum out ready to vacuum as soon as this live is done, because I've been a mad crafter all week and I have a giant mess. So now we're going to take this, and what I like to do is just kind of gently start bending along that score line. Kind of like so. And then we're just going to move around to all of the sides. And we're going to do this for both sides of our star. Crafting and pool party for your birthday. Yay, Karen! Also, your card will probably be late because that's how I roll, you know. Marta's doing the Kathy Zielski Make Merry kit from Simon Says Stamp. That is amazing. How was the class? Is it over? I know it started a couple hours ago. I hadn't been able to check in. I was busy, and so I wasn't sure if the class was done or not. I do have a bonus inspiration. Again, I don't know when that's going up. Oh, Oh, Monique is making Christmas candles, making them dripping in vintage. Nice. Destashing so I can make room for all the new holiday stamps and dies and things. That's always good. Okay, after I kind of fold it, I kind of pinch each of these like so. And now you can see, whoops, that it has some nice dimension to it. Oh, it's still going on. Yes, that does tend to be the case sometimes. Okay, so now we're going to do this to the other side. I'm going to see what else other people are doing. Started, oh yes, Karen is quite the, is it knitting, crocheting? Which one is it again, Karen? I'm so sorry. For some reason, I have a very hard time with which one is which since I don't do them, I guess. Kelly says, no craft for me this weekend. I've got to pack everything to get ready to move. Ugh. That's, packing to move is the worst, but that's okay. Get it done, and then you can craft once you are all unpacked. Organizing whips for cross stitch. I have started too many things. Leah, what's funny about that, I spent about 3 hours the other evening. Well, it was late. It was like from 9 to midnight, I think, organizing mine. I did the same thing. It feels good to have it cleaned up, though, and to really kind of know what I have. It helped. I cleaned out the basket of things I'm wanting, or I am going to currently work on, and I'm going to really try to concentrate on finishing things before starting too many more. Crocheting. Thank you. Karen, I knew you'd... Crocheting. It starts with a C like Karen. I'm going to remember that now. Crochet, crochet, crochet. These would be cute place cards for a Christmas dinner. Jen, what a great idea. Okay, so we have our two sides. The folding is really important because that is what is going to give us that dimension. Okay, before we put them together, because I do want to glue this together so the glue can be drying while we work on something else, we want to add our hanger. And we want to hide it in between the two layers. So what we're going to do is take some twine. And this is a roll of May Art jute twine that I got at Simon Says Stamp. I have this one and a lighter color. I've had these rolls for years, and I still have loads on here, and I use it. So it's a great investment if you think you're going to use a lot of twine. Leah says, I want to get organized goals. Exactly. Okay, so it is rather thin. Let me grab one of these beads. I found that I was able to feed my bead through this without having to use like a doll maker needle, but if it was easier, you can totally use a needle. I did get one out in the event. It didn't work. But see how it just went right through there? So it is pretty thin. I'm going to double up my knots. So I'm going to make one little knot here, and I'm going to leave a good little length of tail, maybe about 1 inch, so that I can tuck that down into my star. And then I'm going to just knot it again right on top of that, like so. And then we're going to put our bead down, and of course we're going to need to do that here as well so it doesn't slide off. Laura says she has a feeling she's going to need extra pairs of holdy tweezers. I really like that you call them holdy tweezers. That is amazing. Cardigans and Card says she is a knitter and just started cross stitch, and there's always way too many whips. Right? I agree. I don't mind the whips. It's just I have been in a very weird wanting to finish, like really finish things kind of mood. And you may have to double it or not. It just depends. So that's all I don't think I'm going to need to for that. That looks good. So here is our little hanger for our ornament. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take liquid glue and I'm just going to put it, well, if my glue wasn't clogged, I would. I'm going to put a little bit in on one side in the tip of one of these, like so. And I'm going to lay those strings down here in making sure that the knot is outside. And yes, Laura's thing about the holdy tweezers is super true here, because I feel like these tweezers, there you go, I'm going to hold the end into that glue, and I'm actually going to add glue to this piece and bring it to this one. Let's see. Denise says, watching while you get new tires. $1,000 later, now I can't afford a new hobby. Denise, is this not the truth? So here's, guys, want to hear about the roof saga now? It's not really a saga. My roof is a complete loss. They came, did the adjustment. They're sending my insurance check. Well, the portion of it, however they do it now, that's neither here nor there. So the roofing guy has been here. I am actually they also do bathroom remodels. I'm getting a new shower in the basement because I've always hated the shower that they put in when I moved here. So we're not gutting the bathroom. It's just going to be the shower. So I also put down my down payment for that. It's been a little bit of an expensive week, so I feel your pain, Denise, is the moral of my story. And every time the sky like darkens now, I'm like, hail now before the new roof comes, because I don't want it hailing after the new roof is on. Hi, Mandy. She says, coming in late. All right, so on our other one, I'm going to show you on the finished. I found that I am just putting glue in the tips of the star. We're not going to put it here. It's not going to go together very well that way. And I'm okay with just the tip. Whoops, come on, focus, camera. Just the tips being attached. And it's going to look real cute that way. So what we're going to do is kind of at the tip of each of these, I'm going to put glue. And it will dry clear, so if it's not just perfect, it will be all right. And I really thought this would be harder to go together, but it was not. Let me remove these tweezers. We're just going to take one star to the other, like so. And I just want to make sure that the tips of my star line up. And look at that. Easy peasy. And we're just going to set that aside and let that glue dry. Leah says, sorry about your roof. We just got ours replaced. The weather has been wild. It has been terrible. Yes, I mean, it's fine. It happens, you know? Yeah, it's okay. Big bummer, big sad. Being a homeowner is delightful. Okay, we are going to take our greenery first, and I don't know if it's super obvious on here. I'm using all Spellbinders cardstock today, and I want to add just a little shading to some of my pieces. So you can kind of see it on the orange slice. The layering piece for the pine cone, I think, but I am going to add a little shading to my greenery as well. So the first thing we're going to do, oops, let's take these two. All of our little bitty pieces, I'm going to grab my blending brushes. I've got one for my green and one for my brown. And we're going to take some pine ink from Simon Says Stamp, and we're going to just add a little bit of this to each of these. And I'm doing more of kind of a pouncing than a blending motion. but it's going to darken up that cardstock a little bit too, which I felt like was just a little flat looking. And whenever I think something is a little flat looking, I like to add a little bit of ink to it. We're not going to go crazy with the blending today. There's really not the need, but I think adding a little shading will help give this that look we're going for. And we'll do a little bit for our little leaves as well. Little holly leaves. Okay, so our green is done. Hi, April. And I'm just going to pop these all out of the way, and we're going to do a little cleanup. And now we're going to work on our pine cones. So for the pine cones, we have a couple of layers. We're also going to work on our orange. And the pine cones have lots of little pieces as well stuck in here, so you're going to want to take your tool-in-one or piercer and get rid of those little pieces. And I want to blend one of them and show you why I went ahead and did the blending. Mandy wants to know how everybody's day is going. I hope everybody's had a good week. It's been a weird week here. I don't know what the deal has been. It's felt really off. Maybe I've had a lot of unexpected, or not unexpected, out of the norm things going on this week, and I think that's partly why I'm a little bit off. That's the nice way to put it. Okay. All right, I am going to show now a little bit of the cocoa ink. I'm going to tap off a little bit, and I'm going to blend some onto the lighter solid piece of my pine cone. Not all the way. And I want to show this because the reason I think that looks nicer, I'm going to put them in my hand because they're so little. I didn't glue that one down yet, but that's fine. I think that the fawn cardstock, as much as I like that contrast, I think with the little bit of ink behind it, it again doesn't look near as flat as this one. So this is the one that hasn't been inked. This one has a little bit of inking on that background layer. So that's why I chose to do that for that. Let's go ahead and ink both of these. And I'm also going to take that same cocoa ink, and on my terracotta cardstock for my orange slice, I'm going to add a little bit for my layering piece for the orange slice. That's from fawn. So it's going to go terracotta, fawn, and then the final layer, because there's 3 different dyes for the orange. I'm going to show those to you. So here are our orange pieces, these right here. What I think it's easiest to do is I die cut it, and then I put a little post-it tape on the back to hold them in place, because I think it's easier to do my blending when they're on here like this than to try to do it individually one by one, because they're so teeny tiny. Let's see. Jessica's celebrating her birthday today with her mom by shopping for craft room furniture at IKEA. How fun. Colleen, question. Let's see. Oh, she wants to know her screen's going black and she has to go back out. I am not sure what that is about. Inking adds so much, Laura says. Okay, let me wipe up that. Our inking is done. We're going to do a little assembly now. I'm going to put a little glue on here. Again, this orange slice was not one that was really on my radar to use, but I am so, so glad that I decided to add this because it kind of ended up being one of my favorite parts of this. And there it is. I need my embellishment wand. Hello, Joanne. Jessica says actual birthday is the 29th. Well, we've got two birthday girls in the chat today, Jessica and Karen. Happy birthday. Anyone else celebrating a birthday this month or this week? Tanya likes the tip of adding some Post-it tape to the back for ink blending. I am so glad. And these sections are not all the same, so I am trying to match them up as best as possible. I don't know if it's perfect, but as long as I get the bigger sections where they're supposed to go, I'm happy. There we go. Yes, we have two 29th birthdays. I love that. Well, not 29. I know for a fact Karen's not 29. Jessica, I don't know how long you are. I mean birthdays on the 29th. Marta says she'll have to remember to add tape to back the die cuts. Thank you for the tip. You are so welcome. Okay, we're going to layer our pine cones. The ink blending makes the orange look so realistic, Donna said. Thank you, Donna. And I really felt, especially for this collection is called Country Christmas. It doesn't have to be country. Like I said, you could really do this in any color and make it work. But I felt like for country, definitely some of that blending was needed to make it look a little bit better. Let's see. Jay Ander says, I have a large orange set. After inking, I like to put a thin swipe of glossy accents on the flesh part of the orange. It really adds a nice touch. What a great tip. I love that. Okay, our little branches with berries. Excuse me. I've got all my little red berries cut here. We're going to work one branch at a time, and there are two different sizes of berries, so they don't really look like it, but there's some that are a little bigger than others. And I'm going to use my embellishment wand to put the smaller ones on the smaller little areas and the bigger ones on the bigger. That makes sense. And we're going to do this for both. Oh, how fun, Joanne. She's going to be doing some felt stitching. That will be so much fun. I love that. All right. We're going to do the other one. I tried to talk myself into just doing one of these little branches. And again, after looking at it, that's why when I'm doing something and I'm not exactly sure where it's going to go, which this project was one of those, I'd like to do that tester before I actually go live. And I, again, tried to get away with one. And then I looked at it and I thought, oh, you know, we need to balance out that red. I also think like glitter cardstock for the red or glitter white if you wanted to do some white berries. Imagine doing all of this like in silvers. Oh, silvers and whites. That would be beautiful. Donna, have you tried using this die with felt? No, I have not. Okay, so here is our star. And you can see it went together easy. The glue is drying. I'm sure it needs a little more dry time, but it's not coming apart at all. And we're going to start building our little scene. So when I'm doing this, I do think tweezers are so helpful for this step, especially when working with anything little teeny tiny like this. We're going to start building our base with some greenery. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to kind of concentrate adding everything in the center. Whoops. And remember, it's dimensional, so they're not going to really want to stay put maybe that great. But as the glue dries, they'll be fine. Oops. No, let's do both of these first. Could you put a light in it? Would be so pretty. Lisa, I'm not sure. I'm not great at the light thing, but I thought when hanging on a tree, the light would show through all the die cut holes, and that would be super pretty. But I'm horrible at like the little, is it the chibi? Is that the name of them? Lights. I have done a couple cards with them in the past. And truth be told, I think I'm going to try to do something with a light kit here pretty soon. But we'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know in that video. Ebriggs says Spellbinders her favorite. Yours and mine both. Okay, so now we're going to pop in one of our little, whoops, branches. And I'm just kind of concentrating everything in the center of my star. Let's see. Silver would be amazing, Marta said. Jessica says, I wish I could smell the project with the orange slices and pine. That would be amazing. April wants to decorate so bad. That's so funny, April. Okay, we're going to also work on the rest of our base for this is definitely all the little greenery pieces. Let's kind of go here. And kind of we're doing 3. So I kind of like to do most of mine things like this in odd numbers. So we have 2 little branches over here. We're going to do 3 on this side. Actually, I think what we're going to do first, let's add this pine cone. We're going to add our little base pine cone like so. And we're going to add the other one on top. And then we're going to see kind of how we want this to go. Or maybe pull them all off. Okay, I am going to give this just a second for the glue to dry a little bit before I fiddle with it too much more, because we still have several pieces to add. And while we're doing that, oh, Jessica says scratch and sniff cardstock from TE because they have food names for the colors. And little Lane Crafts with Rachel says this makes me want to put out my Christmas tree. That's so funny. Okay, when I'm creating collages like this, obviously we're live, but when I did this one, I did it in sections. So I added a few pieces and then let the glue dry, and then I'd come back and add more. Otherwise, I find that things start to try to want to move around and fall off. So that's kind of what we're doing here. And we're going to work on our bow before we come back and add the rest of our little pieces. I'm going to be using the 1.5 bow side of my bow tool here. And I am making 1, 2, 3, a 5 loop bow it looks like. My first one I only did 3 loops. I didn't think it was enough, so we're going to make it a little bit longer or a little bit fuller. I'm going to leave a pretty long tail. I am right-handed, so I'm going to do this right-handed, but if you're left-handed, you would just reverse or do whatever's comfortable for you. I'm going to hold the tool with my left hand, and I'm going to wrap this around these tongs. Think of it like tongs of a fork. And we're going to go up and under and do figure eights. We're going to go up, under, up, over, under, and we're going to do this 5 times. So that's 3, that's 4, and this is going to be 5. Now when I get back over here and I come back, instead of going over now, I'm going to take the end of my twine and I'm in the middle. We're going to go over all of this around and keeping a little loop right there. I'm going to do everything in the middle. So I've come around like this. I'm going to bring my tail up. We're going to go through that center. Probably should have cut that slightly shorter. And we're going to pull it to the back and I pull tight, just like that. And there is our little bow. After you've pulled it tight, I do like to take both of my tails and kind of try to pull them down. We're going to slide it off and fluff out our bow a little bit. And we have the perfect little country Christmas bow that we can then attach right up here at the top. And I am going to glue mine. So I'm just going to put a little glue here. If you want to use hot glue, you can. I just kind of kept to liquid glue. And I am placing that basically right over that knot that we created for our little bead. And then I recommend your tweezers for holding that down while the glue dries. Hello from Poland. Awesome! Donna says she always has a hard time gluing to foil cardstock. This is actually the brushed gold, so it's not quite as bad as foiled, but I agree, foiled is hard to add glue to. This is much easier in my opinion. Okay, ready to add these last few things. Donna says the bow maker is the best invention. Donna, you are not kidding. So we're going to tuck our orange slice right here at the top. And just for Laura, I do have multiple pairs of tweezers because I find I always need multiples. We're going to kind of go opposite of the other little red branch or berry branch that we added. And we're going to tuck that one in. Going to do a little bit of glue here, and we're going to add our little holly kind of to the top of our pine cone area. Now I chose not to use the bow from this set because we have a bow up here. I had originally thought, and it's a really pretty bow to die cut, I originally thought I would use it. And you could die cut the paper bow and put it at the top if making a fabric bow or twine bow is not your thing. And then we're going to grab these 3 extra little red berries. And we're going to pop those right here. So if you were going to make this, what color combination would you use? Jen says she has to get that bow maker. She can't make bows. Jen, it is probably without a doubt one of my favorite things ever because I can't make a bow either. And it has cut down the amount of wasted time of me tying, retying, tying, and retying bows. Okay, let's take a look at our star ornaments. So here is before we add our snow, and here is after we add all of our snowy elements. So if you were here last week, the week before, whenever I used my grit paste last, I ordered a new one. It is not here yet. I thought I would use the Snowfall Sparkle, but you know it dries clear. So it goes on white and you think it's going to look fantastic. It really didn't. I do like the sparkle, and there is some of that on here. So what I think I'm going to do, because I really love how this ended up looking, I did a layer of sparkle first, and then I went back and put my grit paste on top, the opaque grit paste on top. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. Jen says she thinks a silver and navy blue star would be pretty. I think that would be gorgeous. Hi Zoe! She says this is beautiful and would make a great topper for her mini craft room tree. Oh my gosh, it totally would. Donna says, gorgeous star. Now I have to buy this set. You're twisting my arm. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so let's... don't break it, Nicole. Okay, let's grab our Snowfall first. And I am using the new Spellbinders palette knife. You guys, I absolutely love it. I love the Hero Arts one. It kind of has the hero, and I still use that one all the time, so it has those vibes to me, but I like how it's nice and skinny out here. Plus, I just like the tool. It's really nice. So I'm going to take a little bit of my sparkle, and I'm going to tap off quite a lot of it. And I'm going to go in, especially like on the branch itself, we're going to add the sparkle. And it is going to dry sparkly. It's not going to dry white. It's not going to give us the snow vibes that I'm wanting. I'm going to add just a little bit to my greenery. I'm kind of more brushing it on, which is how I do my grit paste when I'm adding the faux snow. And we're going to hope that this fan in my room is helping to dry this kind of fast. So I'm just kind of tapping it on. And I'm using a pretty light hand because it's just going to be that sparkle undercoat. Tanya says, I would like to make this with fall leaves and pine cones to put on a wreath. Oh, that would be beautiful. And Jessica likes Jen's color combination suggestion of navy and silver. I do too. Oh, yay. Judith said she stepped away for a minute to grab the star and some brushes. Awesome. Felt all the things, Jennifer says. Okay, before I dip this into here, let me wipe it clean. And I will have new grit paste before the rest of my holiday card making commences. How about that? However, that base of sparkle did kind of help my grit paste, I think, stick. Oh, and who suggested the rubber bands for these jars last week? I got some of those too, so thank you. And I'm going to start adding this on here. So I'm using the grit paste, and again, mine is super dry. It's so annoying. Let's see. Oh, you just gave me an idea with the Tim Holtz glitter from the Simon Says stamp kit. Yes, that would work fantastic on this as well. Good idea. Should have grabbed mine out. See, it's so dry. I'm so irritated. I hope those rubber bands work good to keep it a little bit more moist. We shall see. But I like to snow up, flock it. I want it to look kind of flocked. That's the word I'm looking for. Let's see. Just joining from Vancouver, Washington, a little late. Hi, Mitzi. Watching the Christmas in July makes me want to redecorate my Christmas tree in my craft room right now. It has seashells on it. Oh, That is so cute. I love that idea. Okay, we're going to do more of the tapping motion. Oh, that's looking pretty good. I'm just going to, I tend to kind of go overboard because I am the queen of extra, I guess. I don't know. Self-proclaimed. I'm throwing this away now. My other one should be here any day. Pink and citronella green. Oh, Lisa, that would be beautiful too. You guys, this might be my fastest make ever. But that is one of the things I like too. It doesn't always have to be super involved to be amazing. So, look at that. This is the one we just made. So pretty. And just gives those country Christmas vibes. Would be a fantastic ornament. But imagine, like, if you have some great plaid, I'm thinking plaid, wrapping paper, tying this to the gift, and the recipient gets not only the gift, but they get this beautiful ornament that they can hang on their tree or use for decoration. In addition to that, I just love beautifully wrapped gifts. And that's always my goal with this series, is to provide some of those touches that, you know, give you that handmade flair. Oh my gosh, so fun. Let's see, regrouping my mind from stitching to paper crafting after Midsummer Stitch Weekend. Yes, Mitzi, yeah, for sure. Oh, that's awesome, Koi. Thanks for that tip. She said that Amy from Prairie Paper and Ink uses press and seal on all her paste. She has paste over a year old. Well, I gotta tell you, Snowfall here, over a year old. It's perfectly fine. Opaque, not so much. I need to look at some of the others. Like, I wonder if my Crypt or my Black is okay. I have not opened them, so we shall see. Donna says she likes that it's faster. It shows you can make a lot in a little time. Yes. So I know we all like the long, well, maybe we don't all. I should not speak for everyone, the longer lives. But I also want to incorporate some of those things that can be done a little bit quicker when time is of the essence. And these could be made very quickly, especially if you mass produce. Look how cute they are. Aren't those fun? And you could make multiple and use them as Christmas tree decorations. I think they would be really fun. Oh, I just love this collection. I'm excited to play with some of the other pieces from this collection as well. Let's see. So beautiful. Thank you, guys. All right, for everyone watching right now, and as well as everyone watching on the replay, by the way, replay crew, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching these videos on replay. Let me know what Christmas products that you have seen, either that are out or coming out, that you would like to see me use in a video, whether it's live or edited. I would love to know what you guys have seen, what you would like to see demonstrated, or if there's a certain kind of project you'd like to see. Drop me a note, because I am compiling my list for this Christmas season and Handmade Holiday 2025, the full series, and I would love to know what you guys would like to see. Laura, I love that. She said it would be fun for a craft night, for girls' night. It absolutely would, because it wouldn't be overwhelming. Even the prep, I will say, even the prep for die cutting for this was not overwhelming. It did not take me hours, and sometimes, you know, certain ones do. Let's see. Oh, yay! Kathy took the day off for work for some me time. I love that. Getting a mani-pedi and watching the project. Oh, I love that so much. Let's see. Kimberly, I love that. She says she can see it as a garland on a fireplace. Absolutely. Oh, jingle bells, Laura. That is a good idea. Dang it, I wish I would have thought of that. Some of Tim's little bells on there would be really cute. What a great idea. You know what else? What would be cute too? Laura's suggestion made me think of this. You could have like a little tassel hang down from here so it could be nice and long. Or, oh my gosh, how cute would it be to like string 3 of them or so and have like a long little hanging thing, have some little bells up at the top. That could go like in a small skinny area on your wall even. I think that would be really cute too. Just a fun way to use our paper for something other than a card or a tag. I mean, yes, these can be a tag for sure, but I think decor out of our paper is absolutely possible as well. Donna, I am. Donna asked, are you going to do videos for the Spellbinders Craft-A-Ween? Girl, yes, I am. I so am. I'm going to show you guys. Who are my Halloween fans out there? Look at this box. Ah! Is this not the cutest? Yes, I will have one for each day. A little mini video. It is so stinking cute, you guys. When they showed this a while back, I was over the moon because I mean, as much as I love Christmas crafting, I love Halloween crafting too. So very, very excited about that. Great question. Coming in from the Simon Says stamp, create together. Looking forward to this replay. Thank you. Susie says whatever. She loves it all. Late to the live. Look forward to the replay. Awesome, Jeannie. Let's see. The Singing Snowman by Spellbinders along with Santa and Mrs. Claus by Simon Hurley. Okay, I will tell you I did not get the Simon Hurley stuff, so I apologize. I did do a card and a tag with the Singing Snowman, though, a couple weeks back for this series. Halloween fan here. Kat says yes. Laura loves a good brainstorming session. Shirley says, cutest, obsessed with Halloween. Yes. Concord and Ninth just released a charmed bracket bundle that would be adorable on the star as well. Ooh, I'll have to check that out, Jen. I have not seen that. I'm going to have to go look. Melissa has the Craft-A-Ween on pre-order. It's so cute. Let's see. Fantastic. Thank you, Dixie. Lots of you coming in from the Simon Says Stamp Create, so it must be over now. You guys, how did you like it? Did you love the class? I'm going to have to go catch it on the replay because I didn't get to watch it. Too many things going on this morning, but this afternoon while I finish up some stuff, I was going to go watch the replay of it. So I'm super excited to see what Kathy and Heidi got up to. Rochelle loves Halloween as well. Perfect. Can't wait to watch you with the Halloween crafts. Oh, thank you so much, Francis. I appreciate that. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I will tell you, if you think of things or collections that you've seen that you would like to see, drop me a note. If it's possible, I definitely will try to make that happen. I found out about a couple of very cute collections coming in September from Spellbinders that are Christmas themed, and you're going to see both of them. One of them is an add-on to something that's already out that I think you guys are going to love. I could not jump on that fast enough. But yeah, let me know what you want to see this Christmas season. Next week, there is a Simon Says Stamp release at the end of the week. So next Friday's live will be something from that release. I'm still contemplating what it's going to be. We shall see. But I will have lots of inspiration from that release to share with you guys. I have lots of Halloween inspiration incoming. I think we've reached that point of the year. And then after that, I think it'll be Stamptember and Christmas jingle bells all the way, I think. Oh, good. Joyce's Kathy and Heidi were fantastic. That is amazing. I'll have to go check it out. Oh, I'm so glad you guys loved it. Don't forget, on the Simon Says Stamp channel, there will be 2 bonus inspiration videos. I do have one of them, and I believe Sherry Carroll has the other one, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm right about that. I don't know when they're releasing. It'll either be today, later today, or tomorrow. They usually kind of split them up a little bit. But check it out. I really love my projects, and hopefully if you got the kit or if you bought any of the products from that, it gives you a little bit of extra inspiration. Okay, you guys, I think that is it. Have a great weekend. I hope you get some wonderful crafting in, and I will see you all here next Friday. Bye, everyone. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.